I have notes this time. Is France worth considering? In our opinion, yes, it is. Does the idea of buying a house that costs under 100,000 euros or $100,000 or 100,000 Great British pounds appeal to you? In every part of France, including here in Brittany, there are hundreds of houses sitting empty in every section of France. So you have lots of opportunities.
We're not selling you that house. We're just letting you know that they're here.
And they are here. They're everywhere. In a variety of conditions. That's the thing you need to understand. They're in a variety of conditions. But it's fun to go and look for houses. Our house is a perfect example. It was sitting here derelict and unloved. It had not been lived in for a long time. There was no way you could just move into this. So what we will be showing you in this episode, and this is the first of a series, we will show you a slideshow of what the house looked like in December of 2019. That was when we wrote the contract and bought the house. Then, as soon as it rolled over into 2020, Mark began coming over every single day and renovating, tearing down and renovating.
It'll have to be a slideshow. We didn't film any of it. That's not something we were doing or even thinking about doing back then.
No.
But you'll get some idea of what had to be done.
Yes. So you'll get an illustration of how Mark took the house apart and put it back together. And he did. He took it down to the bare studs in...
the bare mud walls, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a bit of an adventure. You're going to get to see episode after episode. And this first episode introduces you to, oh my God, what did they do to themselves?
Yeah.
So, okay. I think that's it. I'm looking at my notes. Come back soon for more before and afters, because this is part of a series. And also, if you're enjoying this content, please consider liking it, subscribing to it, and leaving comments.
A decent one, yeah.
Pleasant
nice
comments. Nice comments, not stinky ones.
We're old, we're technology challenged, but we're getting there.
And we told you these would get better, so the learning curve is in process.
It's in a curve.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye for now. So this will be a quick tour of the back of the house, now standing in the oldest part of the house, and this is the after from what you've seen before. That was just a wooden door, probably would have been the back door in the day. So we've turned it into basically a pantry on this side. Not deep, only 300 ml deep. We find that works best, so you don't lose anything. And then we also needed a bathroom, a laundry, somewhere to put the gas bottle, somewhere to store clothes. And now we have a public downstairs bathroom and toilet. And then what you'll see there is one of the initial skylights that you would have seen in the photos. That was leaking, has now been replaced and made smaller and replaced, and obviously insulated, double glazed, works a lot better. And then we're assuming there would have always been something here. It burnt down, we don't know when, and then somebody rebuilt in the 1960s, we think. So now it's all been insulated. It's not heated, it's my workshop. It's my place of dreams. It's basically tool storage. Anything that needs to be made or needed to be made for the house that was custom, which is a lot because it's old, was made in here. That's basically my domain, which I guess not everybody has the opportunity to have their own workshop in the house. But it's also access to the garden and the back of the house. There's another building out there. Behind the grey door would have been an original building, original 17th, 18th century something, because it's made of cob, mud, stone, partially. Yeah, who knows? That's what happens with these houses in these villages. They get built on, they get reused. It was always it was a house, then it was a shop, then it was another kind of shop. Who knows what happens? It just gets changed over the years. So because this is a workshop and I run tools and we're in a village, the walls are insulated for sound as well as for temperature. So temperature down here doesn't change too much. And of course this ceiling is insulated. Because that's a terrace above me. There's the other skylight that you would have seen in the photos, which goes up to a covered terrace. And that basically is it. It got new electricity. The plumbing was already here. And then this little room, which was the original bathroom, is now a bit of a torture cave. Still has the bath that gets used occasionally. But it's just a bit of a workout room for me. Bit of bike storage. Yeah. And above this ceiling is another attic space, which is accessed from outside now. And that is now an extension of my climbing area. So I have a climbing wall out there that's inclined at more than 45 degrees. So it's in the process of being built. It's got storage, it's got boxes in it, all those sorts of things. Because when you renovate, the things that you pull out of the house have all come in handy, have all been reused. If they didn't get used for firewood, then they got reused as little bits and pieces. I try and reuse as much as possible. Frugal. Wood's expensive in this country now, so any little bits and pieces you can have are good. So that is not a tour, but probably an explanation. And this actually came with the house. Found it in a wardrobe. Couldn't help myself, that had to go up.